It is time to tip off the G League postseason tonight in Washington, D.C. The 3-seed Capital City is set to host the 6-seed, the Fort Wayne Mad Ants. This is our MedStar Health pregame show. At MedStar Health, we know the decisions made off the court matter too. We are proud the Capital City GoGo choose us for their medical care. That is the power of trust. MedStar Health, it is how you treat people. And welcome in courtside, Brett Harris and D. Lydon. There is a buzz in this building. It is playoff basketball. Indeed, it's the two hottest teams in the Eastern Conference. Both the GoGo and the Mad Ants come into this one. Both winners of their last 5, so they carry a lot of momentum into this matchup.
And they sure do, but let's look at how the GoGo got here.
Stockton at 9 assists a ball game. Samuels dropped a game-high 31 against Delaware a couple of nights ago. Jules Bernard misses. Offensive board. Mintz, who hit his first 3, can't hit that one. Another offensive rebound, and we got a whistle on the floor. They're going to reset the shot clock. It's at 14 right now. They're going to set it at 11. Head coach Mike Williams, his GoGo, the 3rd seed, back-to-back years. He has guided his team into the postseason, 19-13 this year. Indeed, he said the shoot-around yesterday was maybe the best one they've had all season.
And he said his guys are focused.
5-4 GoGo. Early first quarter. Justin Anderson on the breakdown of Maker. Left-handed shot no good. And GoGo out and running. What a look from Dotson. Maker. Oh, the fancy finish.
Height advantage against Samuels Jr.
Stockton picks up the loose ball, knocks down the triple. David Stockton, the veteran, 31 years old, out of Gonzaga. Of course, his dad, Hall of Famer John Stockton. Very similar game.
Similar
Again, the 9 assists, yeah.
The resemblance.
He can control the tempo. Dotson controlling the jumper. Dot 2 or 3, 4 points here early. And picks up the foul. Right back inside to Huff. Big size advantage. David Stockton somehow on the switch was guarding Huff underneath.
But how about how the GoGo are looking there? Who is on Jay Huff?
And this is what I would call a size mismatch inside.
Yeah, and I don't know how Stockton, how that play developed, because it seemed like he was on him for too long of a period of time, and no help was coming.
David Stockton at 5'11", Jay Huff at 7'1". This is a very veteran group, the Fort Wayne Mad Ants. They have 4 guys that are 29 years or older on this squad as Q Jackson just glides to the glass.
I mean, they're just using their quickness to just blow by white jerseys.
What did you think, Dee, of the pace there in that first quarter?
I liked that the GoGo took advantage of the opportunities when they were able to get out on the break.
Bounce pass to the corner. Justin Anderson eyes it up and still can't hit. Anderson struggled in that first quarter. He was 0 for 4, missing on his first shot here in the second quarter. And Justin Anderson, of course, playing his college basketball just down the road at Virginia. I saw he has some family and friends here tonight to watch, and 6 different NBA teams on his resume. Pretty nice career that he has put together. Basically in the rotation, Theo John, the 3rd setter. Oh my goodness, on the throwdown, it brought the GoGo bench to their feet.
Well, another number that stands out. 10 assists on 14 made field goals. That one a beauty to Theo John.
Oh, rejected by Craig Sword. There was a little altercation down there between Anderson and Sword, and wow, Sword just drilled Anderson in the back. I think Craig Sword thought it was a cheap shot. He ran the length of the court, and he had his eyes set on Justin Anderson and just drilled him. And you can see Justin Anderson's shoulder, his right shoulder, is hurt. You can guarantee, D, the referee's going to go to the replay. And the WNBA season fastly approaching. It's hard to believe in May they will tip off the season. They'll be hitting training camp here coming up shortly. You know, people in this town very excited about the Mystics. Elena Deladon will be back. And we'll talk with head coach Eric Tebow coming up here at halftime. 48-40 GoGo, final seconds. York got fouled. Shot is no good, but York a chance to go to the foul line. And D, I know you like this. It is the old 1 for 3 when you're fouled shooting a triple. As we head to halftime, coming up, Eric Tebow, Washington Mystics head coach, will join us right here on the set. GoGo. 5-point advantage of the break.
No, but the transition D is so much better for Capital City.
Samuels knew he had to get it high off the glass, and he misses on that layup attempt. I think the Mad Ants thinking about the shot. So many have been blocked, sent away, and solid defense inside for Capital City here tonight.
Shot clock at 6.
Here's Mintz, gives it up. Huff on a drive. Oh my goodness! Flying through the air, Jay Huff! Wow!
I didn't think he was going to have enough time on the shot clock.
Oh, that was pretty. It has been so much fun, D, having Jay Huff on this ball club. He got to the team. He was signed March 2nd on a two-way with the Wizards. He got to the team just in time for their 5-game road trip, so it took us a little while before we got to see him here in D.C. in person, but we have been impressed with that guy right there, number 34, Jay Huff. He's averaging just over 16 points a ball game, leads the G League in blocks. And
I'm laughing because he's talking to Peyton, who was the guy who was coming over and knew that he couldn't do anything. He's like, you weren't going to do that. You couldn't stop that. And Peyton just kind of smiling back.
Put that in perspective, Elfrid Payton has played 500 NBA games. This cat has been on the court with some of the best dunkers and players in the world.
5 of 23 for the Mad Ants.
Bernard on a fade and gets the kiss. 8-point lead for the GoGo. Mad Ants have missed their last 8 field goal attempts. And a steal. 14th turnover against Fort Wayne.
But Coach Tatum said it, if we can have our defense dictate offense in the second half, we'll be good. And that's what's happening. They're getting deflections, they're causing turnovers, and now they're going the other way with the greater confidence than they had in some of those parts of the first half.
This feels like playoff basketball. Just look at Jay Huff and his reaction.
A great way of mixing it up from being in the low post and then having such a soft touch outside.
Just a great personality. This guy, a competitor, and Jay Huff 10 points right now in this quarter. The GoGo on a 9-0 run, which forced head coach Tom Hankins for Fort Wayne to call the timeout.
Well, and I think the 14 rebounds is what impresses me. I mean, he's averaged 8 since he's come over. And this is his 3rd or 4th double-figure rebounding game, and we still have a lot of basketball to play, and he's at 14.
And make that 15 as he grabs that rebound.
He did play 37 minutes, Huff did. And keep in mind, you're still juggling at that point for your playoff positioning. He was having a great game, and he was out there for 37.
Well, give Jay Huff credit on that offensive board. He kicks it out to Devon Dotson, who calmly knocks down the 3. 11 for Dot, turnover. Dot diving on the floor, gives it up. Numbers for the GoGo. Mintz, Jackson, lay-in.
And this part of the game looks so much like what the first quarter looked like for Capital City. And when you're playing at this kind of pace and you're facing this kind of defense that's just attack mode right now, it's going to be hard for the Mad Ants.
This is a Fort Wayne team, 3rd in the league in scoring. They like to play up tempo. They like to push the basketball, but that is a great point, dude. They may not have the personnel to continue that here in the second half as Travion Williams checks in.
York now 3 of 11 from the floor as well. I mean, it's just credit to the Capital City's defense.
Jules Bernard on a floater. Then they turn around and head right back here to D.C. for this playoff contest against the GoGo. A lot of travel. Dotson on the short jumper. He's got 13. And the GoGo close it out in style, D. That was the run they needed, a little separation. And this is the largest lead for the GoGo here tonight, 76-60 as we head to the fourth. Had a good series there on the road early February against the Mad Ants. And here is Dotson fighting his way through, hands it off to Huff. Great pass by Dot.
I mean, there's some plays that you just say, man, talk about needing that play in a moment. They have him at 2. He's changed a whole lot more shots than that.
The Mad Ants had an 11-0 run. How about an 8-0 answer by the GoGo? Back here, fourth quarter in D.C., the capital city GoGo 88-73. Jay Huff having a monster game.
Oh, you're not kidding.
First with a rejection, and then D, they get out and run it.
Finishing at the other end. Again, we talked about it at halftime.
Coach Mike Williams' first year, they got their first playoff victory. This is their second in franchise history, and they will go to the second round. They're going to meet the Delaware Bluecoats, the second seed in the Eastern Conference, coming up in the conference semifinal Thursday. Just 1 day of rest, 1 day to get ready for that matchup of 4 o'clock tip time. They won the battle of the boards of +12, and one of the guys that had so much to do with that is the big fellow himself at 7-1, Jay Huff, and 20 rebounds tonight. You tie the franchise record with Travion Williams, who, by the way, gave you a huge round of applause when he came off the court.
If it's Travion, I'm cool with it, because I didn't want to break his record. I like him.
Big win tonight to open the postseason.
Yeah, no, that was awesome. I wasn't really thinking about it too much during the game. I just kind of wanted to win, move on to the next round.
Survive and advance. You guys will take on the 2 seed in the Delaware Bluecoats on Thursday. Jay, it's a short turnaround. You get 1 day really to rest up and to prepare for Delaware. We saw Travion limp off. We saw Devon Dotson limp off. What do you think about coming back from this physical game and facing a really good Delaware team?
You know, my initial reaction is to say that those guys are really tough. They're going to be fine.
The GoGo advance the final here tonight, 101-87.